And welcome back to my favorite gal in all the world, Lisa Waters Lane. No hesitation. Meant to
I'm like,
mean
did you
anything?
forget
No, I was thinking about something else while talking. It's bad. Anyway,
how soon they
that's
forget?
ADD. That's a problem. It's called the
Or
life
is
of an
it
entrepreneur.
something else?
Anyway, Lisa comes in and just shares her garden inspiration, breaks up the monotony of a guy just talking for an hour straight about gardening. Plus, I like hanging out with you. So, and you're interesting.
Well,
You're
I try.
fascinating, I find. You keep
Fascinating.
drawing me in.
No, you're easy.
Yeah, I ain't that easy, honey.
Uh,
I'm always trying.
that's true.
I told you, I never get tired of trying to woo you.
Yeah.
That'll get all the younger folks going, woo, what are they
Woo.
talking
What
about?
is woo?
I was driving my grandmother up from Tucson. She was dying of cancer. And so this is 30, 50 years ago. Drive down. I'm not that old. 30 years ago, whenever it was.
I'm going 50.
I doubt if I was 20, but I'm coming back up the hill from Tucson. My brother and I went to go pick her up, brought her back to Prescott because this was her home. She was living with her son down there, my uncle. So she wanted to die at home. And so she lived maybe 8, 9 months after that. But she came home and we're just she's chatting up. She's not in pain. We don't have all the hardware with medical stuff. She's just in the back seat talking to us. We're in a 1981 Chevy Chevette. That you older folks, if you even know what that, they don't. It was such a piece of junk. They don't even run anymore. But anyway, coming back up the hill, and she's going, "Oh, well, tell me about this girl you're courting." I'm going, "Courting, courting. What is that? You mean dating? What are you? What?" So she's just talking back and forth and going, "That's an old-fashioned word to court a
To
gal."
court. I don't know if
Yeah,
anybody courts
courting.
anymore.
I'd court you.
You would.
I'd also jest you.
You'd also woo me.
I'd also woo you. Anyway, enough about that. People are getting bored about stuff. Oh
Stop
my
talking,
gosh.
Ken and Lisa.
Yeah. Tell me about gardening. Inspire me about gardening.
Well, it's winter. Gotta have something to talk
You just
about.
had a truckload of houseplants coming. It's kind of like Christmas all
did.
over again.
Yeah. So last week I gave 7 reasons to have houseplants
Yeah.
in your home. So this week I thought I would show off some of those amazing houseplants that you can put into your home
Awesome.
that are super amazing. So for those of you who are watching the vlog,
Yep.
you will actually get to see them. For those of you who are not watching, just listening, you'll have to come down and see what I was talking about.
Or I can use lots of my old-fashioned words that have been forgotten to describe them. So maybe you can. I'll inspire them with fancy words. Anyway.
You'll have to look it all up.
Oh no, maybe not.
So yes, we did get houseplants in. We got some. We get the pothos, dracaenas, some of those that you're just used to seeing and growing. But we also try to bring in some things that are a little bit different that aren't as common out there. So I'm going to start by showing a few of those things that aren't as common.
Love it.
And really cool plants to go. The first one is a zebra plant.
Zebra.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll
try to make a zebra. I'm gonna. What does a zebra say?
I don't think it makes that.
Yeah.
Right. But so this is a zebra plant, really cool plant, likes bright rooms. And it likes moisture. So if you're one of those people that really kind of likes to water a lot, this could be a good one for you. It's kind of, you'd treat it almost like you would treat a fern. They like the bright light.
Having fun with the camera. Sorry. You keep talking.
I'm going to call you Vanna.
The radio folks are going, what the heck are they doing?
Yeah. And really neat little bloom on there. See that little yellow bloom? Very attractive.
Prehistoric. It's kind of soft. I don't know. It's almost got another bloom coming out the side.
Almost
Very
looks
bright
like
yellow.
A bromeliad bloom on it. But not for maybe a novice. Probably wouldn't want this plant if you think you have black thumbs.
Don't start with the pothos.
Yeah. Kind of build up to this one. But it's just super cool to look at with the green and white veins on there, the striping, hence zebra plant.
Yeah, it's neat.
So neat one to have. Just takes a little bit of extra special care.
We have in our house, we have a whole house humidifier. So we add. That's a game changer for plants like this. Really, definitely. If you've got wood burning fireplaces and that kind of stuff, maybe it dries it out a little bit too much for this.
Right.
But if it's a cooler room, maybe a back bedroom, a bathroom, a kitchen, this is perfect.
Oh yeah. definitely. So the next one I brought, maybe not as unusual, but I thought it was so pretty I had to bring it. So this is a Hoya. This one's a variegated Hoya. Um, those
Look how long that is. That's
I
crazy.
know.
Long tendril. It's got to be 3-4 feet
I
long.
love the variegation on it, and I love it's not as you can't probably see it as well on here, but it starts to get in the winter. It gets more of a pink color to
Yeah.
it. So really cool plant to have. Has a nice waxy leaf, so it is a very drought hardy plant. It's one of those you're not going to have to run out and water it every few days. You're going to water it once a month, twice a month, just depending on how warm your home is. Bright light, likes a bright room. To keep the variegated on it. So if you have it in a too dark area, it'll start to lose that variegated color. It'll just be more green.
Green's good.
Which is
in
good.
a dark room.
But you bought a variegated plant.
Yeah, you found especially Hoya, not La Hoya, just Hoya.
Mm-hmm.
Hoya, Hoya.
So anyways, fun plant, Hoya. We have them in just green as well. Some of the bigger ones, we have some big 8-inch pot ones that have a lot of pink on them. Very, very pretty.
It's got a real thick, fleshy
mm-hmm.
type of foliage, which
Right.
almost like a succulent. So no wonder it's so drought hardy,
Right.
so easy to care for because it's virtually a cactus, only pretty.
It is pretty.
Yeah.
The next one I brought in. So this is a goldfish plant.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of neat. It's in bloom.
So guess why it's called a goldfish plant?
Because those let's see if I can get it on the camera. They look like goldfish.
They do. So those are little goldfish plants. They are blooming plants. So they just kind of do a cyclical bloom. Of course, they want a bright room, not direct sun, but a nice bright room.
So big bay windows or something, that'd be good.
Sure. And if you were to feel it, you'll see that it also has kind of a real waxy leaf to it.
Yeah.
So it would need more water than, say, a Hoya, just because it has smaller leaves to it. But it's still not a it's not one you're going to have to worry about constantly watering like a fern or the zebra. But
I noticed too that as things bloom, as plants bloom, they tend to need a little bit more moisture. When they're out of bloom, they don't need as much. There is a cycling. There's a way to care for plants that you kind of get a feel for as you garden more. Goldfish.
So if you find you have one and you're like, well, why hasn't it bloomed? It could be you are keeping it a little too wet. That'll keep things from blooming. Or it could be your fertilizer. You might need to shake up your fertilizer a little bit and get something with some higher phosphorus, that middle number, to encourage it to bloom.
You know what I find really helps? Things like African violets, bromeliads, lipstick plants, goldfish plant. That root and grow, that liquid. We make a compost tea here at the garden center. We call it root and grow. It's for transplant shock, but really it's for grow. Houseplants love this stuff.
They do.
So they respond really well with it. It's a liquid, water it in once a month.
Nice organic, very mild. You're not going to burn with it.
Safe for that new puppy dog. We're starting to see new puppies come into the garden center, kind of socializing them. It's so cute.
It was adorable. So the other plant, I'll have you pick it up, Ken, is a mini Monstera. Also sometimes called a Ginny philodendron. So this is a plant that actually has been around quite a while, but
just having fun whacking her in the head with the foliage.
You're so
it's so tall.
So it's a plant that really has been around, if you remember it from the 70s, early 80s, but it's actually come back into popularity quite a bit. And they actually are a little bit harder to find right now. But just even though it's called a mini, it still would get big.
Yeah, this is 4 feet.
It's all relative.
Every bit of 4 feet tall. Yeah, and it's growing more.
So they can get up to, probably out in the wild, they would get up to 12, 15 feet. Probably not so much in your house unless you have just like the perfect Arizona sunroom to put it into. But come down and check them out.
We are out of time. Thank you, Lisa. I know you got more to go, but you look at all the house plants here at Waters Garden Center and talk to Lisa and the crew. My daughter Mackenzie is one of the buyers. My other daughter, her twin sister Megan. We all know house plants really well, and there's a lot to show off. So Ken and Lisa Lane, the Mountain Gardeners. Be right back after this.